Hi, I'm Clay, and we're coming to you with Team FRU with a non-top 8 deck profile from this weekend's Altoona Regional. I actually took 14th place. I went X2, and one of my losses was a win given to a teammate, Mr. Charles, who you will see his deck on this channel at a later time. I played Burning Abyss Phantom Knights with a lot of anti-meta twists. My deck was designed to go first and make my opponent not be able to play, and so my opponents actually scooped. When I won the die roll, my opponent scooped immediately after my play. 3 out of 4 times I won the die roll. That's awesome. It definitely worked. I played a lot of floodgates. You'll see some of my interesting decks, but let's get right into the deck profile.
Okay.
So to start out with the monsters, I played 3 Terror Top, Toktenborg, and Tour Guide. I drew this card all the time. This card has a really interesting application that I'll talk about later, but yeah, really good. For the PK, really standard. 3 Silent Boots, 2 Ancient Cloak, and 1 Ragged Gloves. This ratio is fine. You never need to play anything different from that. For the BAs, I played a pretty low BA count. I play 3 Skarm. Some people play 2, but you have to play 3 of this card, in my opinion, to search Tour Guide, because that's like your win condition. 2 Farfa. You never need 3. This card is really good, obviously. I hit Utopia the Lightning with this so many times and just made it a really bad card. And then for my one-ofs, I played, obviously, Graph, Seer, self-explanatory, Libic. I never use this card's effect. I hate it, but you have to play it. And then Calcab is kind of good to bounce stuff with. I don't play Alich or Barbar. Barbar, I could have won a match if I would have played it.
10 life points.
Yeah, I had the guy down to 10 life points, and I drew tons of crap off Maxi, and if I would have played Barbar, I would have won, but I couldn't do anything, so I sat and passed, but he ended up scooping anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, so that was the BAs. And then for my last monster, I played 3 Vanity's Fiend.
How'd this come out for you today?
Well, it was a lot better in testing than it was today, but there were some really funny instances of it where I would go first against, I played a Cosmo guy, and I literally drew all 3 and summoned all 3. He outed the first 2, and I had 2 cards left in hand. One was a BA and one was this card, and I just summoned the third one, and he just laughed, and I beat him. So that was really funny. I summoned it once and it didn't work against Metal Foe, which was probably a bad idea, but I really like it because most decks don't really have an accessible main deck out to it. So it was really good.
Okay.
Moving on to the spells. I don't play Desires because it's the worst card in EVO. So
it's a -9, right?
Yeah, it's a -9. Is that what it is?
It is, yeah.
-9, okay. Well, I play the better Desires, which is 3 Allure. It isn't a +1, it's actually just like a +0, technically.
It's an even exchange.
Yeah, but it's really good. This card's amazing. It helps you dig through your deck. And I play 3 Twin Twister. Absolute must in this format. This card is insane. Whether it's popping scales or facing Demise Yosenju and popping their Drowning Force and watching them cry. That was funny. This card, I played Mass Change too, because another one of my Floodgate win conditions that I summon going first is Darklaw. I actually never summoned this card, but it has a lot of Darklaw. Not this card. You can't summon this. But it's a pretty good win condition, but I never saw it today. But in theory, it's good. So, and then my last 3 spells were 3 one-of Rhoda, Foolish, Raigeki. Raigeki came in clutch once. A lot of times it was just a really dead draw.
Okay.
I kind of wish I'd play something else like Upstart to maybe make my hands, my opening hands, more live. But in theory it's good, and I didn't have room in the side deck, so it's whatever. And then I played 6 traps. I play 2 Fogblade and 1 of the Sword. So if you don't know what the Sword does, it gives them attack, and then if they would be destroyed, you can destroy it instead, like any monster. So what you do is you search this and equip it to Vanity's Fiend or Darklaw, and it just becomes indestructible, and then they lose because those are really good floodgates. And then Fogblade, obviously. I never really missed 3. Maybe I should play 3 and 1, but it was fine. And then my last 3 traps were 3 anti-spell. I opened anti-spell against this guy, against good old Mike here, and won me the game. When I opened it against Pendulum, it won me a game. This card is insane, especially if you have a Beatrice or something else to back it up. It's just a really good card all around. I like it in the main deck because it makes people really mad.
No Fire Lake, dude? What is this?
I don't play Fire Lake because it's not 2014.
Okay.
But, or else I totally would because it's broken. Yeah, okay, so moving on to the extra deck. Extra deck is really good. I wouldn't make any changes. I got some interesting text in here, but I played 2 Dante because you never go into a third, and Dante's the best card, but you don't want to play 3. I never got cherried today, so it's fine. Dante's awesome. Next card, 2 Break Sword. This card's really good. Sometimes I wish I had 3, but it doesn't make any sense because if you get out 3, you're probably like in a losing situation anyways because the game has like gone so long and you're gonna be out of Phantom Knight resources anyways. But this card is insane. I wish I had some different targets for it in extra deck. You'll see that later, but it was good. And I played 2 Levier, 1 ulti and 1 super because I'm a scrub.
Wow.
You always summon this one first because it's the best one. This one I rarely went into because it's not as good as this one. But no, I summoned 2 a lot, and there were some combos I like missed actually where I could have summoned 2, would have won. So you have to play 2 of this card.
Okay.
And then this card was probably the best card in my extra deck all day. I summoned this like 3 times, and every time I summoned it, my opponent immediately scooped the turn after. It is Totem Bird.
Totem Bird.
This card is really good because what you do is you, if you draw Terror Top, and then you draw like any other Phantom Knight or BA combo where you can get out another Exceed, you just immediately like make this with these first, and then you make your Dante or make your Beatrice or make your Exceed. And so this can protect any Floodgate you might have, or like basically anything Metal Foe do, it stops them. So this card was insane. I never really actually used its effect because it always scooped before I could, but it was really good. And then I played Grandpa's, never made it. This card sucks, but it's a Break Sword except worse. So Nightmare Shark. I beat this guy with it. Granted, I misplayed a lot, so I shouldn't have needed it, but I mean, I think you have to play this card.
Wrecked.
I really, no, I'm being honest, I completely did. But this card is good win condition late game. It's really good. And then this card, I summon this card a lot. But yeah, this card's really good for like attacking into giant monsters and then OTKing them. Metal foes sometimes leave out like Mithriliums and stuff, and I can just OTK them with this. Or take their Bismugear so I don't have to destroy it, and just like attack with all my other monsters, so it's really good. And then my 2 Breaksword targets were Rebellion and Rhapsody, and yeah, they were really good. Sometimes like I'd wish I had a 3rd target or a different target, but these ones were really good. I was fine with how these worked out. And then I obviously play Beatrice, which this card was at 3, but Yu-Gi-Oh would be terrible if it were, so I'm glad it's at 1. 1 target for Beatrice. I actually summon this a lot. People like to kill Beatrice right now. I don't know why, but I'm like, you lose if you kill Beatrice. But I actually did lose when I got this guy out in the very last round. But against the Metal Foe, I lost to Abyss Actor Metal Foe in the last round. Another deck profile on our channel. You should check it out. He's an awesome guy. And then last card is Dark Law. Never summoned it, but it's ulti, so it's really cool looking. But I wish I would have drawn Mass Change too.
Got to be able to summon it.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the side deck, I'll go through it pretty quickly. First card in the side deck is Maxi. This card I was recommended not to play this card, and it actually came out to be really suboptimal. So,
really?
Not to Dirk's surprise, but I mean, I wanted something for going second, and I didn't want to play Flying Sea, just because like against like, I don't know why I played this card, but I want to draw cards. I like drawing cards, and I know as a player I always stop when I get Maxied, so I thought it would stop them, but I never really drew it, and it never came up. So it's such a short tournament, 7 rounds, but you know, I saw these cards a lot though. These cards were good. This is my Kaiju engine. Like, a lot of people aren't expecting you to play Kaijus right now. And, like, if you just drop Kaiju over, like, Buster Dragon, shout out to Mike again. And they're not expecting it. And you ask them, like, same phase, main phase 1, and they're like, yeah, okay. And then you just go, and then they cry.
Wait, what do you go? What do they go? Oh.
Super good. So yeah, Kaiju's really good. This card is like Dark Hole, except if they negate it with Toad, they steal it, and it does absolutely nothing. So as long as you have the targets in deck, and I never drew like this, in which case you lose if you draw this. But it was fine. I think I resolved this once, and I ended up losing. So
It's a good card.
other good cards. This is a really good card. I played one ABC, never saw it. Good old Mike again. Didn't need to see it. But and then probably the MVP card of my side deck, I think, is probably 3 Typhoon. I'd say you have to play this card right now against Metal Foe, because when they go through their entire combo and then they play the last scale, and you drop this on it, and they haven't Pendulum summoned or like they have no play, they're just stuck with garbage. And then you can, like in my deck, you can just OTK them the next turn, probably, if they didn't have a backup plan. And a lot of times they don't. I also dropped this on like an emptiness when I got flipped an emptiness on me, and it was like turn 2, so like I was able to just drop this and get rid of the emptiness. So it's a really good card. You should play this. Better than Ghost Ogre in my opinion. And then the last card is 3 cool looking Jinzo.
How did these come out for you?
Really good. I sided it in once against Yusenju Demise, and I never saw it. Didn't need to see it, and I didn't play any Paleozoic Frogs, but this is the best card in BA to out them, so it was really good. Overall, I was really happy with the tournament experience. Kind of wanted to get top 8, but I was happy to, get one of our teammates, Charles, his
Hey, you still have a chance.
Yeah, I did. I lost. I lost in top 8, trying to get top 8. But I was really happy with the deck. I might play it moving forward, but it's always fun to kind of play BA and surprise some random people. So yeah, this is Team FRU signing out.